guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't filmed anything for a hot minute and I apologize about that, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video up for you on my IPSY bag that I got for the month of May. It's actually my first IPSY bag that I've ever received. It's so cute, look at that. I only subscribed for 1 month because I wasn't sure if it was for me, but a couple of my coworkers actually convinced me to try it since I do like makeup. I received 5 things in the IPSY bag, and I wanted to go through them all with you. The bag this time, I noticed in other people's videos they usually zip, but in this one it's just a little snap bag, which is kind of cute. It'd be good for travel, I think. One of the things that I was most excited to receive, and it's this IT Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Gel Liner, and it came in a box like, sorry, I don't want to blind you. It came in a box like this. With a little picture here and description. I'm going to read some of that to you, but it says it's eye-opening, no-tug waterproof gel eyeliner, and it says it's a highly pigmented, ultra-luxurious, waterproof eyeliner that is formulated with clinically proven skin-loving ingredients so it glides on easily without tugging on the delicate skin around your eye area. And it says to use the no-tug pencil to define the inner and outer rims of your eyes, or use above or below your lash line. And it says for a smoky look, use the first 30 seconds of playtime to smudge the liner before it sets. To me, when I read that, this told me that this sets quickly since it is waterproof. So if I did want to do a smudge, what I did was I used one of those sponge tip applicators. You know, the ones that people usually just throw away that come with most eyeshadow palettes nowadays. They're actually really good for smudging this stuff. And since I have hooded eyes, I wanted to use this to define my outer corner and my lower lash line, to tight line, and it worked really well. I made the bottom of my lashes look really thick. I don't have it on today. I actually don't have any eyeliner on today, but I was super excited to try this because I have a problem when I put usually any kind of colored eyeliner on my lower lash line. My eyes are super watery, especially right now with it being spring and my allergies going crazy. I wanted to try this because, like I said, it kind of moves. It moves throughout the day and it smudges, and then it looks like I have big old raccoon eyes under my eyes, and that's just not flattering. And since I work as a waitress, I'm running around sweating a lot. So to have anything that's waterproof and actually stays in place all day and doesn't smudge and doesn't wear off or the color fade out is great. And I did try this. I think I've tried it twice now, and I thought about buying the full size, so when I received this small one in my IPSY bag to try first, I was super excited. I tried it and I loved it, guys. Like, when I rate this on my IPSY for points or whatever, I'm giving it 5 stars because this is one of the first pitch black, like I'll show you here how pitch black this is, but one of the first pitch, I mean, look at that. That is, let me focus you guys in here, is pitch black, and that was just one swipe, perfect. So I think this little pencil is actually going to last me a while, but it's one of the first ones I've had that doesn't smudge. The only other one that I've been able to find that works on my super extremely watery sensitive eyes is by No. 7 Cosmetics at Target, and it's still like $8 or $9, and this one I thought had better pigmentation than that one, and it even lasted in the upper lash line, so that's why I was super impressed. I mean, no smudging whatsoever, no transfer. Once it sets after that 30 seconds, it is good to go. So this definitely gets 5 stars from me. And I probably want to buy the big one, you know, the full-size one after this is gone. Pretty sure on IT Cosmetics website, I think it was like $20 or $24 US, because I kept buying it and kept not buying it. So, like I said, I was super excited when I saw this in there because I was like, oh my gosh, what if it actually works? Because no one likes to buy really high-end eyeliners. I feel like mascaras and eyeliners are the 2 things people don't want to buy high-end because they don't last as long as like foundations or lip products. I think mascara usually has a shelf life of less than 6 months because, I mean, even before then, if you're using it daily, it dries out. So you don't want to spend $30 or $40 on something that may or may not work that you can find an alternative for at the drugstore. The next thing I got in my little bag was this little Viera Mona brush, and I'm going to zoom you in here. It just says Viera Mona on it, and it's got a little like purple lotus flower purple tip. This is like a small shader brush. It's really actually pretty thin too. It thins out towards the very end of the bristles, and it's cut kind of at a triangular shape angle. So it's really good for packing color on the lid. I got this and tried it the first day I got my IPSY bag. I tried this little brush, and it's almost like a travel size brush. It's not a full size brush by any means. This worked really well for packing on pigment. I used it with a loose pigment by L'Oreal, if I remember correctly. The Ice Latte shade, the gold, and I just packed it on like the inner third of my lid. Not today, but when I did my daily makeup for work the other day, I used this and it worked out really well. I looked up their website to see what other cosmetics and stuff this company had, and apparently they're known for, I think it said a brush duo. It looked like a brush cleaner, and from what I read in the description of the brush cleaner, it wasn't like your everyday brush cleaner like I usually have to, let mine dry overnight. This one had an area where you could wipe the brush off that you'd used, eyeshadow in right then, and then it had like a drying area, it looked like, in the middle, and you could dip that brush in another shadow and use it just like it was a fresh, clean brush, even though you had just used it in another color. Like, I could go from midnight blue to tan with the same brush that I wanted to use, so I wouldn't have to have two of the same Sigma brushes, two of the same Morphe brushes just to get the look that I wanted, because I was worried about mixing up my colors and making it muddy on my eyelid with a dirty brush, which is really cool. I kind of wish they had sent that in the IPSY bag, but, it was kind of expensive. I think it was like 20 bucks. And they even had one you could put on your arm. So if you're a pro, I just do it for fun, and I do my friends' makeup when they need it. But like, if you're a pro, you could just be like, I got this, and then continue on with more shadows. So I thought that was really cool. I may look into getting that, but I want to look at some other people's reviews first. I actually tried to find, they had that, and then they had, the refills for that. And then they had this brush, right? Well, they had a brush. Except I tried to find just this particular brush on the website, and it wasn't there, which kind of sucks considering I got it in my IPSY bag, and if you guys just wanted this brush, you couldn't go buy it off the website. But they did have a dual-ended brush, and it was $9.99, and when I got to looking at the pictures of it, it had this blending and shader brush on one end, and then it had a little smudger on this end, so it was actually a dual-ended version of this brush. The third and probably my second favorite thing that I got in the IPSY bag after the eyeliner is this Jelly Pong Pong Cosmetics Caribbean Sun Bronzer Duo. I thought it was, okay, I opened it up, I read the front, and it said Bronzer Duo, right? So I opened it up, and this is the little compact it came in. It does have a mirror at the top, but I'm covering it so I don't blind you. I'm covering the mirror so I don't blind you, but like, I looked at this and I thought, oh my god, I had a fair complexion, very pale-ish, pretty pale. I usually have to go with the lightest or next to lightest foundation shade. So I put that down as my IPSY bag, so they knew what to send me. And when this said Bronzer Duo, I saw this and I thought I was gonna look like a pumpkin. And I thought if I had to use that as a bronzer, I wasn't going anywhere that day because I was going to look awful. This one I was super excited about because it is a cooler tone. It reminds me of a little bit of a more cooler version of the Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced when people use it, because that's what it looks like in the palette. I can go ahead and swatch this for you as well. Like, see right there? And it's a matte bronzer. There's no sheen there, but it goes on like freaking butter. I put this on my face and I was so surprised that I really didn't have to blend it out. It was a lot less work. And here's the peach. Right there. It's a really pretty like corally peach. Anyway, and this is in the shade Aruba, just to let you know. But I started reading the back of the box, right, because I was like, there's no way that orange is a bronzer for someone as pale as me. If you have more olive skin, I guess you could get away with that being a bronzer, but even then, that is straight up carrot coral orange, okay? And it's very pigmented. And so I started reading the back, and it says a healthy, fragrance-free blush and bronzer duo. Pretty sure they should have put blush and bronzer on the front. That way someone like me who's just excited doesn't open up the package and be like, what the fuck? Why are they wanting me to look like a carrot? But yeah, so I realized it was a blush, and I was thinking, actually I was looking at it, I was like, man, that's too orange for a bronzer, maybe I can use it as a blush, but it's nice to know that it actually was a blush. I've used this like 3 or 4 times. I actually have the blush and the bronzer on right now. I used it for a light contour. But what I also liked about this was they were 100% cruelty free. I use makeup whether it's cruelty free or not, depending on the quality. I know some people don't, but I have a lot of friends who specifically search out cruelty free and vegan makeup, and this is right up their alley. And especially because when I read on the website that it is made with argan oil and it's fragrance free, it's meant for sensitive skin, which I have sensitive skin. And the fact that it has the argan oil in it, it's moisturizing mango butter and an infusion of healthy argan oil. And it's supposed to mimic a whisper light, sun-kissed Caribbean-inspired finish, as well as help to even out redness, and it's recommended for daily use. And it's also hypoallergenic, which is nice for, you know, sensitive skin people like me. Which I will say, like I said, this went on like butter. I was so shocked I didn't have to blend this puppy out. I kind of want to purchase more of these, especially just for the blush color, because it's like a natural flush. It's not anything harsh. I didn't have to worry about picking up too much product and blending it out, you know, accidentally going too heavy-handed with the blush, because this is so light and it looks so refreshing on the face. It wasn't overly pigmented, like I said, worrying about picking up too much product and accidentally putting it on your face. It was buildable pigmented, and it was really smooth. I think it was buildable. They made the pigment buildable and not so intense at first because the product is so smooth and easy to control. Like, they wanted to give you the option to build it up, which I did around my forehead, and then I blended it out with a fluffier brush. Yeah, definitely check out the Jelly Pong Pong Cosmetics, and their packaging is super cute. Like, this little compact is perfect for travel, especially with the mirror. Really round and small. I can even put it in my pocket, but I can zoom in here on the box. It's just, I don't know, it's so cute and girly and fun. It's like summer loving to me with all these pastel colors and like a city in the background. I don't know, it's just kind of right up my alley. I'm really feeling this brand. I was actually really disappointed with, and I looked it up online. I looked up the brand. It's Avène, and I take French, so I should know this. Eau Thermal. I think I was using it wrong because it says it's a micellar lotion, and I thought that meant makeup removing properties, which it really didn't have. But when I looked up how to use it, the full-size bottle, which is like $18, comes with a spray. You're supposed to just kind of lightly mist it and then pat it dry, and it says it's great for refreshing makeup, so obviously it wouldn't take it off if it's meant to refresh, and great to take out redness, post-workout, things like that. And it also said it was good for sensitive skin. Even when I tried to use it the right way, I just wasn't impressed. I mean, first of all, this is supposed to be a deluxe sample. I used it twice and I'm already my bottle's almost halfway empty. And it says Eau Thermal. Thermal means warming. There were no warming properties to this. I thought it was going to be something somewhat relaxing. Even if it wasn't a makeup remover with the micellar lotion, I just thought it was going to be something that, you know, after you take off your makeup and before you moisturize, you just put it on, you feel nice, you know, and you can just, and it didn't even have a scent. Like, it just smells like chemicals. There's nothing relaxing about that. It didn't really claim to be relaxing, but it did claim to be refreshing, and I didn't even get refreshing from this. Like, I don't even know if I would put this on my hand. It wasn't hydrating or anything like it claimed to be. It may be for sensitive skin, because, I mean, I have sensitive skin. It didn't break me out or anything, so that's a plus, but it didn't do anything for me. Will definitely not be purchasing the full size of this. There may be someone out there that this works for, and if I was just doing something wrong, even though I follow the directions on the website, let me know. Or let me know if you guys have found any other uses for this and it works great, like maybe some undiscovered purpose. But I even had my friend try it, and she has more sensitive skin than me, and she didn't like it either. She's like, I feel like that did nothing. Like, I may as well have just washed my face and moisturized, because this didn't even have much moisturizing property to it. So, like I said, if you all have any ideas about this one, let me know, but as of right now, I personally do not recommend it. The final thing I got in my IPSY bag, I haven't had a chance to try since I work with food. I don't paint my nails a lot, but it's this Gel Effect nail lacquer, no UV light needed, and it's made in Italy. It's by a brand called Aurora, and it's in a shade called Old School Pink. Let me just, and I mean, it's nice. It's a really bright, bold pink. And it's got those little shaky balls in there, so you can mix it up if it starts to separate, which is nice. But I'm picturing it being like the Sally Hansen, you know, no UV light needed, which, considering I saved up the money and bought an actual UV light, these kind of piss me off, because like I said, I had to save for the UV light, and as soon as I bought it, like less than a month later, Sally Hansen comes out with the no light needed gel nail polish. I'm like, what the hell? Okay. I should have just waited, I guess. That's just my luck, but I mean, it's a pretty thick consistency. It doesn't look too watery, which is good. And this does look like a full-size nail polish, so that's nice. You actually get a full-size product. It's 0.40 fluid ounces. But yeah, it's in the shade 152 Old School Pink. I'm pretty sure I already said that. I will try this out, and I'll wear it when I film a video and let you guys know. I actually said in my IPSY bag that I prefer not to get nail products because, like I said, when I work, no one wants to see you bringing them their food and having chipped nail polish, because then they're just going to assume it came off in their food. And plus, having chipped nail polish at work to me is kind of tacky, because I like to look presentable even though I'm a waitress with nail polish. But this does look like a great shade for spring and summer, so I think IPSY was thinking ahead when they did that. That's what I got in my first IPSY bag ever for the month of May 2016. I'm probably gonna subscribe again because I liked getting to try the new things and, you know, coming up with brands that I'd never heard of. It's a great way to experiment, I think, and get to try new things without investing a whole lot of money. Like this bronzer, I mean, I loved it and it's great, but if I'd bought it on a whim off a website having never tried it, I would be leery about paying the $24 that the full size costs, because like I said, it's risky to buy things offline when they're a newer company, they don't have a lot of reviews, I haven't seen other YouTubers use them, and I don't want to be stuck with a huge bronzer that's either the wrong shade or just I don't like. I mean, I did happen to love the formula of this, but that's just an example, which is why I think IPSY is so great, because I do get to try a whole bunch of new things and then decide if I want to buy the full size without wasting a whole lot of money, and I get to try them all at once and review them for you guys, which is great. So yeah, that is my conclusion for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.